This podcast is presented by Zach Labs, Cosbon, the instant costume adhesive. Have you ever had issues using materials to build cosplay costumes, theater props, or everyday repair? We have the solution you've been looking for. Zach Labs proudly presents our latest product, Cosbon, the instant costume adhesive. What you get is a 8.5 by 12 inch sheet. You simply peel off both sides much like you would double stick tape, except this isn't that. This is our patent-pending microfiber infused adhesive that has a tensile strength of up to 100 pounds. This unique adhesive sheet is instant, and boy, do we mean instant. Activation is different than other products, as ours works purely by pressure. Simply peel and stick, applying even force, and it bonds. Instantly. It's human-safe, non-toxic, pet-safe, no fumes, and the best part, it won't ever stick to your hands. Rated for up to 75 wash cycles before starting to give. Great in the cold, rain, and even the heat. Stick anything to almost anything. Metals, plastics, most cloths, and best of all for all you cosplayers and costume builders, is all of your foam materials. While it does stick instantly, leave it alone with a bit of pressure for 24 hours and it cures to even stronger. So wave your magic wand and just use Cosbond, the instant costume adhesive. You are listening to a Dynamic Works Productions podcast. This show is available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio Network, and many, many more podcast services around the world. You can find all our content, music, videos, books, podcasts, and more on our website, www.dynamicworksproductions.com. Have questions, comments, or concerns for us? Head on over to the social tab on www.dynamicworksproductions.com if you'd like to talk to us. Now, on with the show. Welcome back to another episode of the Fork in Your Ear podcast. I'm your host, as always, author, podcaster, gamer, Tim, K.A. Trotter. Joining me today is our third return guest, making his way on the XP grid of permanency, the one, the only, Braden.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me again, Tim. This is fantastic.
Sweet.
It's always a joy to be here, man.
Yeah. Mike is on his way, but he's trying to get some sort of cooling device for his puppy Pete, who you've all heard on the podcast, because I guess he has 92-degree weather and he has a baby Alaska Malamute with a thick coat. And he doesn't want him to overheat and die because, you know, that will crush him with all of the dog death that keeps coming up on each podcast. So he'll be joining midstream. But I figured we'd kick off the show with something very special and very close to Braden's heart. And he doesn't know what it is yet, so I'm sure he's what the fuck is he going to talk about right now? He's like, he doesn't even know me that well. What is he going to talk about? Well, Braden, we're going to talk about you. Let's find out about Braden. What makes Braden tick? What makes him happy? What makes him unhappy, sad? You know, let's dig in. Let's dig in. It's just us.
Oh, boy. Do it.
Yeah.
Nice little therapeutic session here.
There you go. There you go. The fireside chats of the Washingtonians. That's exactly what's happening. Okay, Braden. So well, I guess we could also do it like fork style, and we could just hit it by topic. So let's say, so what got you into video gaming? What was your experience that was like, hey, this is some shit that I'm gonna do?
Oh Oh boy, that started so long ago. Okay, so
How long ago? We have no idea your age.
oh
I
well,
assume you're under 30.
that would be a very safe assumption.
Okay.
I'd sure hope I'd be under 30, otherwise I'd be asking what the hell I'm doing with my life.
Yeah, that's
um,
that's that's just for me to say and complain about every week now.
um, I guess I'm 20 years old, there's a start.
I'm
But
so much older than you. To be 20 again, all bright and cheery-eyed and healthy and
did I
just
did I
able
miss
to.
that gravy train?
Do you miss which gravy train?
The bright, cheery-eyed one?
Are you not bright and cheery-eyed?
Oh man, dude. Yes and no, I suppose. It really just depends on the day.
Oh, I see. I
But
see.
man, what got me into video games? Well, I guess I have my dad to thank for that.
Oh, that's a cool
Uh,
one.
I'm not really gonna say that it was the Nintendo 64, Atari, the Super Nintendo, all that. I mean, I had all of those as a kid growing up,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't really dive head into gaming until I woke up one Christmas morning and I saw an Xbox right in front of the TV with Halo 2.
Mm,
Oh boy,
mm.
that's just when it all took off. um,
Well, that's a pretty good game for things to take off from. So it
oh
was
yeah,
Halo 2, not Halo 1?
it was Halo 2, and then after I realized, my prepubescent mind realized, oh, this is the second game in a series. I went and I played the first and
Was
realized
that a weird experience? Like, if that was like kind of like your first love, and you find out it's actually a sequel, like, was one uh did it feel shittier to you, or because a lot of people consider one is better than two? Um,
so
how's your
I
view on that?
I definitely prefer the second one over the first one,
Mhm.
but there are definitely things that I love more about the first than the second. Like for instance, the Magnum.
Oh,
Like
the OP
my
as fuck.
God. Yeah, dude.
The
That
the
was
the
just
the mini hand sniper destruction like death
for
gun.
real, dude.
Yeah, that thing
Like
was so good.
I absolutely hated the Magnum in the second one. I thought it was useless.
Yeah, it is garbage.
But
What's up, guys?
Oh,
oh,
hey, he's in.
hey.
And there he is. Busters of Knuckles joining us
Hey,
live and hot.
yeah,
Apparently very
definitely,
hot.
He's
definitely
sweaty
very,
and ready.
Yeah.
yeah, like
So we're
90
actually
degrees here.
discussing with Braden the closest topic to Braden's heart.
What's that?
Braden.
Oh, video games. Oh, well,
Yeah.
that too. I guess me.
We're digging into his character. We're gonna find out what makes him tick.
Oh,
And come accept the invite when you're ready, Mike. Because
oh,
we're in a lobby.
okay, I'm on my way.
Cool.
What was your solution for Pete?
A mini fucking air conditioner.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Like a
yeah.
literal
Like
mini.
a little mini air conditioner that he can sit in front of.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I love my dog.
Is it like movable around? Because I mean, he's a
Yeah,
baby, so
yeah, it's
he's gonna
portable.
move around. So I imagine you'll be moving around, much like like a like Alfred moves around a soup that Bruce Wayne ain't gonna eat. Just moves it
Pretty
around that
much,
mansion all day long.
pretty much what's going on. Yep,
Fair enough.
he's my buddy, and I love him. And I mean, he's like me. He doesn't do well with hot.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, he's sitting here fucking panting and going crazy. So
Yeah. So
good thing is it's quiet.
yeah, oh, well that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So
Quiet.
to fill you in, since you've only missed about 10 minutes here since we started recording, I was asking Braden how he fell into video games. I was kind of hitting his like character, like fork topics.
Hmm.
And so we were diving in on the video games, and he was saying that his first love of video games, like he grew up with video games, but the thing that like really hooked him was his father. And he woke up one morning, Christmas morning, and his father had an original Xbox with Halo 2, and that was his thing that really got him into it.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Halo
It
2 was
was-
Halo 2 is a good one.
Oh man, yeah, dude. I don't know how many hours I put into Halo 2. It was something else. Definitely not as much as when Halo Reach comes out, but that's a different story. That's a completely different story.
I bet. We also learned, Mike, that our dear Braden is a young and sprightly 20 years old.
Oh, you're a baby.
Yeah.
Yep, that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, you're a fucking baby. No disrespect, but
Oh no.
I'm 35, dude. So for me, you know,
It's all good, man.
it's
18, 19, and 20 are the worst ages by far.
mhm.
Like, oh, cool, I can vote. That, yeah, there's that nothing special about that, really.
Yeah. I mean, you can't even rent a car.
Yeah, I'm about to say
I
at
can.
25 is when you can rent a car.
No, you can rent a car when you're 19.
Yeah, but you pay
But-
advance.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you pay a lot.
Yes. So so let's see. Life area for Braden. So are you still figuring out which avenue of life you want to pursue, like career-wise, or like what you want to do with your life? Or do
Yeah.
you already have a dream that's failed and crashed and burned?
Oh boy, where to start with that? Well, I guess so. My number one dream in life, like my ideal career, I can't talk career, would be to create music. Like I am absolutely, if there's one thing I love more than video games, it's music.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
I mean, you guys already know, marching band. Huh. But yeah, speaking of creating music, here pretty soon after I get my taxes back, I'm finally going to be able to buy my music making software,
Yeah.
FL Studios, and then
Okay.
start making some magic with that.
Okay.
It's
Are
gonna
you
be exciting.
fluent in using a DAW?
No,
Okay. Well,
no, this is a huge learning curve here. So
so I have a ton of experience in DAWs. I've not used FL Studio. I've heard it's one of the better ones, or at least it was 5 years ago when I was looking at different DAWs. I've used well, first of all, you know what a DAW is, right?
honestly, I probably do. I don't think I've heard what a DAW stands
So a
for.
DAW is a digital audio workstation. So that's your FL
Okay.
Studio.
Yeah,
That's Logic Pro X. That's GarageBand. That's
Ableton, all
Cubase,
that.
Ableton, Pro Tools. That's all that stuff. And we're
Yeah.
all here, Braden. You can press start now.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So there's definitely a lot of stuff to learn there. So like what instruments do you play and stuff?
So my entire school career, I suppose, I was a percussionist.
Okay.
And then come junior year, I found that I much more thoroughly enjoyed singing. And so I joined my school's man choir, which
Okay.
was really just,
Was it literally
minor?
called man choir?
it was literally called man choir.
Is it called a Meyer?
Get out.
No, all the other lower classmen were trying to get everybody to call us the testosterones.
Hmm.
The
That's
testosterone.
That's
You know.
great.
that's pretty terrible.
it never caught on, and I'm really glad because that was just really cringy.
Yeah.
Like,
Pretty darn Shreky.
yeah, and then after a year doing man choir, I was like, I've come to the realization that man choir is just the name for beating around the bush of beginning choir, where if you weren't, they didn't think you could get into the chamber choir or majesty, that's where they stuck you. That's all the leftovers, I thought. But not to say we sucked. We did fantastic. But I definitely wanted to move on from that pretty quick. So next year I worked my ass off the entire year and auditioned for chamber choir, which was they said it was the top choir. Let me grab a pillow here for my controller.
Yes, please do, good sir.
And then I realized chamber choir, all they sang was gospel like music, Latin, Italian, anything but English for the most part. And that wasn't my style. But I still kept with it because, not everybody can say, hey, I'm in my school's top choir. Ha ha ha. And so I auditioned for Majesty, which was our a cappella pop choir. And that was the tits, let me tell you.
Hmm. So
But
you must read and like play like music sheets and stuff then, yeah?
yeah, so that's oh man, I hate reading music. It's hard, and I'm not a good sight reader by any means.
Hmm.
But yeah, I guess you could definitely say I can read sheet music.
I can't read music. If that makes you feel any better. I play by ear.
Well, I mean, it probably doesn't make him feel better because I mean, if his dream is to create music, that's a barrier that can come up. Like, so for example, Braden, like, I played the clarinet and the piano a little bit
Oh, right
in
on.
school. I can't play them worth shit now. But I do love music. As I often say, I start by calling myself author. Like I wrote a book, and for that book, I actually have an audiobook that still hasn't been produced because life gets in the way, and I fucked up a lot on it. But I actually, with a friend of mine, recreated an entire soundtrack for the audiobook. Like,
Ooh,
it's done. Like it's a real soundtrack with like music and instruments and all sorts of shit.
that sounds saucy.
But like um I was never good at reading music. I can't read music today or anything like that, but I can definitely tell you from experience that is definitely a thing that can hinder stuff going into it if you're just like, don't know the difference between like and I have no idea what I'm about to say is like actual true music thing. Like I don't know the fucking difference between like an A or a G minor. Like I think those are things in music.
Yeah,
the
different keys.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of like famous musicians that can't read a lick of music,
Yeah.
but they can they're just amazing musicians. So,
Well, I would never call myself an amazing musician, but what I am or feel I'm confident in saying is I'm very good at producing and arranging and editing and stuff, and that comes from years of editing podcasts, and then I've expanded beyond that. And actually, a really good thing that I found is very helpful is especially for learning a DAW, is to get a hold of a bunch of MIDI. You know what a MIDI file is, Braden?
Oh yeah.
I'd get a hold of a bunch of MIDI files of like your absolute favorite music, and I'd like throw those into FL Studio, and what that'll give you is a bunch of tracks with your favorite music, so you can start messing around and altering those tracks, basically creating remixes.
Mhm.
And that'll give you a really good understanding of how to use the software, because you'll know, like, you're already starting from pre-established base of, oh, I know what this song should sound like.
Right on.
And
Yeah.
or at least for
I-
me, one of the things that I did is like, okay, I know what this song sounds like. I'm going to try to make it sound as much like the original song as I can. And then once I
Right.
did that, then I'd be like, okay, well, what else can I do with it?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, so
I
just
mean,
food for thought.
what I did was for the podcast is I just took a recording of us talking beforehand and just practiced and played with it. It's probably different than music, obviously, but you learn how to manipulate the human voice. Also, there's a voyage on the desk, guys.
Yeah.
I figure we're doing the Noah's Ark method until they fix it.
Yeah. Does Braden know that?
What's the Noah's Ark method?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not. Noah's Ark is something completely different for me.
No. We're talking about Sea of Thieves now.
Sea of Thieves. Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, podcast listeners, so we're trying to keep us on track here for like the next hour or so, but then we'll definitely be cutting loose because we're already playing Sea of Thieves. Just so you know, listeners, and aren't weirded out by why the hell is he talking about a voyage when we're talking about music and shit. So that's what's happening. Because
So
it's
many
Saturday
snakes.
and we all need to do this. But so anyway, on Sea of Thieves, the Noah's Ark method is because I guess it's a thing that's going to be patched soon.
Copyright
Is
TM.
you can drop a merchant quest voyage, and then you go get the crates and stuff, right, Braden? But then you can cancel it, and you just put down another voyage. You can keep getting crates until you got like a shit ton of crates.
Oh, they're gonna patch this?
Yeah,
For sure they're gonna patch it. Probably next patch notes.
yeah,
We're also
probably
gonna
next week.
voted to cancel. Probably next week when the first patch. I think the pets come out next week, don't they?
Oh, I don't know. I think you
Pets.
know more about the
Just
the
waiting
roadmap
on-
than I do. I watched half of the video. I didn't watch all of it.
The video got me hype as fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, when we get to gaming, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
But anyway, so you want to make music? Okay, cool.
Yes. Specifically, EDM
Oh,
style
okay.
of music.
Well, I like
Oh,
you
yeah.
more now. You are my friend.
Yay, I have more friends.
Yeah, I'm very weird on my music taste. Like, I very much prefer anything soundtracky, so I
Okay, right
very
on.
much like EDM and anything
Yeah.
anything electronic I'm usually down with. But I also
Yeah.
prefer orchestrals and soundtracks. Like, like Mike might be able to tell you, whatever popular culture music is playing, and
Yeah.
good repertoire of various things. I know he's particularly well versed in rap, which is something that's never really my thing. But for his amount of knowledge in that area, mine is all on the soundtrack. Like, I know like what fucking instrument is playing, some of the people who are playing it, the composers, arrangers, like all that stuff. I love that world.
Well, I mean, I had a rapper on RNG Cast this morning, so
Oh, did you?
yeah.
Nice. Well, there you go.
One of my good. He's been on before. Voting for another voyage, guys.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah, he was. Yes, I am. I'm a fan of every music genre except for like country.
Yeah, I had my country phase growing up, and I have my dad to thank for that too. But no.
I mean, I like Johnny Cash and like that kind of like the outlaw country is okay with me, but I don't like Garth Brooks or Tracy McGraw or anybody of those crazy,
Yeah, no, I
those
get
guys.
you.
But
See-
yeah, I definitely like.
See,
I'm
I'm the opposite in that regard. In like, if I had a choice between like listening to rap or country, I will choose country every time.
To each their own. That is okay.
But that's that's not necessarily to say like, I mean, like, it's more of a I can tolerate it, and in some
Yeah.
cases I can enjoy it. Whereas rap, I can appreciate like the art form of rhymes, but to me as a writer, it bugs the shit out of me when like people are rapping and call it music. And I know you can throw me some hate on that one, Mike, but that's just how I am.
I mean, everybody's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. If you want to cancel it, we can keep going. This is just like what we do. We just run it around. This is the loop.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like with rap, I absolutely hate, like with a passion, this new culture bullshit that's going on. Like this mumble rap, I can't do it. Like I don't understand.
Oh wait, I can agree with you on that. I don't like mumble rap at all. Like what mumble rap is it's triplet rap.
Oh yeah,
If you listen to it musically, it's machine gun is what it is, and it's pleasurable to the human ear to hear threes. It's science, but you're not saying anything. Like my rap that I like is like we're different ages, so I'm assuming you listen to rap. Who's your favorite rapper?
Right now probably MGK.
Okay,
or Mod Sun.
Okay, I can. Those are all good for me. I'm okay with them. They actually have lyrics. I mean, I like Logic.
Yeah, I liked Logic for a little while, but then after he dropped that 1-800 song, I think he just got too caught up in that and was like, eh.
Yeah, I mean,
like I'm not to take away from that song. Like I think it's very important, and I'm glad it happened because it raised suicide awareness and all. But I think there's just a point where,
that song was kind of a bummer. Like that better be the last track on your CD, because if that's in the middle, your CD's you can't bring that back. You know? It's like a fight. You know what I'm saying? A CD, a album is like a fight. If you put a slow track on at the very middle, you're going to bring everything down. But for me, like my favorite rap, my favorite rapper of all time. The first rap album I ever got as a kid was Wu-Tang. So for me, Wu-Tang Clan is like, they have a special place in my heart, type of thing. So I'll always be, a heavy Wu-Tang Clan fan. So that's just how I am. But yeah, I like all kinds of stuff, like classic rock. Yeah. My girlfriend likes the I don't know, screamo kind of thing. Like she listens to like Chiodo and weird bands. That I'm like, oh, cool, okay.
Oh yeah, man. I'm into a lot of those as well.
Okay. Like when I'm listening to a song, if I like it, I'm like, who is this? Does the name of the band sound like they threw darts at a board and was like, yeah, that's what our name is? Some of the names of bands are like, you're like, come on, guy.
Oh
ridiculous.
Yeah,
for sure.
But you're making it. Like one of my favorite bands right now is a band called Dayshell.
Oh, dude, I fucking love Dayshell. Shaylee actually follows me on Twitter.
No shit, really?
Yeah.
Zach, their drummer, I've had conversations with and been trying to get him on a podcast.
Oh, dude, that'd be lit.
Yeah, like I love their music. And they're making a new album. I think they're starting a new album this week.
Oh, right on. That's exciting.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Mike, I think it's you. You got a pillow on your controller, buddy?
Let me see if I can find something that doesn't make me want to kill myself from sweating.
Yeah. I mean, I can't quite relate to your 90-degree weather, but it's very hot in my room right now.
I think it's about 70 degrees in my house. It's not too bad.
Ugh, it's still too hot. It's too hot. It's just too hot. Okay.
Man, like, it's crazy. We live in the same state, but complete opposite ends, and the weather is just different ends of the spectrum.
Wait, where did you say you live in the state again?
Southeast.
Southeast. Okay.
Yeah, it's desert. It's deserty.
Okay. Are you Are you on the east or west side of Mount Rainier?
I'm gonna assume the east.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Fair
um,
enough.
yeah, I live in Richland, Washington, which is also for the podcast listeners' ears. Cool fact about the place I live is also it also played a very big role in World War II. The Hanford site for the Manhattan Project is nearby, and so you know, atom bombs, nuclear bombs. The high school here, their slogan is nuke them till they glow.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I gotta look up where the fuck Richland is because I don't know off the top of my head. Let's see here.
It's like 4 hours south of Seattle.
Oh, okay. You're past Yakima.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
a
you're
little bit.
like almost in the fucking corner. Okay. So it's probably pretty flat over there, yeah?
I mean, where I am specifically, no. But if you drive a little ways, it gets pretty boring.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, I've been to Walla Walla there a couple of times,
Oh, I
which
love
is
Walla Walla.
ways
Walla
away,
Walla's
but it's like
awesome.
super flat out there because there's all those windmills and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, all the windmills around here, they're on top of the hills.
I got a good idea now.
They're really fun to go under. Like at nighttime, you can walk right up under them, and if they're going, oh my god, it's trippy.
Well, that sounds cool. I've never been under a windmill like that before. But
Oh,
that
dude,
sounds
it's
cool.
definitely something to do at least once in your life.
Sweet, sweet. Okay, so you want to make music. You're preparing to get into that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing to support yourself financially in the meantime? Like, are you going to college, or are you not going to college? Are you finding your way through the world? What's your deal?
So right now, it was a little interesting out of high school. So I was with this girl, and it was my first long-term relationship. We were together for like 2 years.
Okay,
And
that's pretty good for your first long-term relationship.
yeah, it wasn't too shabby. And then we both really wanted to just get out of the town we were currently living in, and so I made it happen. My mom, she lived in Arizona, and she
Okay.
said after we graduated, you guys can come move in with us and get a job, go to college if you wanted to. And at the time, I was really looking into Full Sail University and possibly ASU.
Okay. Full Sail's
But
the game college, right?
yeah, that it's a private fine
Nice.
arts
Yeah.
university. I still am really stoked, but that's like 75,000 in tuition. So
Sure.
yeah, but anyway, so legit the day after we graduated, we packed our shit up and we moved.
Wow, that's crazy. So
Yeah,
you were
and
living in Arizona for a while then?
it lasted about a month, and then everything just really went downhill, went to shit, and so we moved back.
With your relationship, or just in the
Yep.
location?
Yeah, location
Okay.
wasn't ideal either. I didn't have a car, and we lived out in the middle of BFE, and in Arizona, it was in the Phoenix metro area. It was Santan Valley. If you don't have a car, you're not going anywhere. You can't get shit done.
Sure.
Which is, I mean, kind of how it is everywhere. I mean, where I live right now, if I wanted to, I could longboard anywhere. That's another.
Fair enough.
But yeah. So obviously, I'm not in that relationship anymore. But I'm currently living with my grandfather until
Okay.
until I can get on my own 2 feet.
Okay, fair enough. Well, you're 20. You've got some time.
Yeah, you have tons of time.
I sure hope so.
I mean, the worst that could happen is that you'll just end up being me at 30.
Well, that doesn't sound like it's too bad.
Ah,
It doesn't sound bad at all.
ah.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, could be better to be me. You could
Yeah.
have a shoulder that works.
Uh,
I
Did-
mean, it could always be better.
Yeah, everything.
did the
could be better.
fucking did the sun rise and suddenly the
Oh, it's stormy as fuck, dude. Look at it.
yeah, but no, like the barrels, like they're refilled with stuff now on the
What?
yeah,
Yeah.
like they're refilled with stuff.
Hey.
That's cool. I didn't even know that happened.
Now we
Cool.
can just stock up while we're doing this for our voyage.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yes.
Fair enough. Okay, cool. So that's the thing. So as far as like movies and TV shows and like books, like what are some of your favorites?
So, TV shows. Oh man, that TV shows is a hard one because I don't watch a lot of TV. I mean, I
Okay.
watch Netflix and stuff, but
Netflix is TV.
Netflix is
Well-
TV.
but even then, I can't say I watch a whole lot of it. I mean,
Okay.
I've watched that '70s show almost 10 times, and 7 of those were one right after the other.
That's
It
a
was-
strange sequence, but okay.
Yeah, it was. I couldn't find anything else I was interested in. The Office, of course.
Yes, bitch.
I'm trying to get into Parks and Rec. The first season's really rough.
Oh, it's so good though.
Movies though, people are gonna give me shit for this because, well, a lot of people do. I love the Transformers series.
I love the Transformers movies too, man.
like
I love them so goddamn much.
regardless, I mean, Revenge of the Fallen, I loved it,
Mhm.
but there were so many spots in there where the CGI was just terrible. It was just
See,
God-forsaken, not okay.
see, I never thought the CGI was terrible. Like I actually I think Revenge of the Fallen is actually one of the better Transformers films. My problem with that is the same problem with all movies that came out that year, was because half the movie was basically written by the producers and Michael Bay, because that was during the writer's strike of
Uh-huh.
2008, and like so they were just making shit up. You know,
Yeah.
that is the only reason why
And then
there's
the
a
super hot girl
Transformer.
turns into a robot. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. No, go fuck yourself.
Man,
Yeah,
let me
that's
tell
tough.
you, I was really disappointed when Megan Fox wasn't a part of it anymore. Like, she has been my celebrity crush since I was a kid. Like,
Yeah, I mean, she's definitely a lot of people's celebrity crushes, that's for sure. You know, no fault
Yeah.
against that. But, you know, to both her infamy and her credit, you know, like she did her own shit in.
Oh yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
can't compare Steven Spielberg and Michael Bay to Nazis when you're like
yeah.
this is like your second or third major acting gig. Like that is you can't do that. You can't. You just
Yeah,
can't.
She kind of.
You
fucked
don't
herself
go work
there.
at Microsoft and call Bill Gates a cunt. You know what I mean? Like that's not like it doesn't work for your career.
No,
you know?
it's definitely not good for the.
He's got a
Resume.
point, folks.
You know, and then she
Yeah.
did a string of completely terrible movies. And actually I thought her redemption, and this is just my opinion, her redemption was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which also
Dude, I love that. I love TMNT.
yeah,
You didn't like Jennifer's body
I don't
on mute?
On mute.
No, not even on mute.
I enjoy Jennifer's body, but you know.
But yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was where I thought, because at first I thought, oh well, fuck, okay, I guess she's playing April, sure, fuck, why not, sure, you know. But honestly, I feel like that was the first time I ever saw her actually like acting. And then I was like, oh, hey, she is an actress. How about that? Way to show
That's
the
hard.
world.
Hard air quotes on acting, but yes.
Yeah. I mean, it was the best up to that point. But then she continued to prove herself, you know? Like, I thought she was fucking fantastic in New Girl. But that's just me. Anyways. Okay, so movies, Transformers, TV shows, 70 shows. Okay, got it. Gotcha.
Yeah. Also, I'm a huge fan of Michael Cera.
Okay.
I gotta point that out. I don't know what it is about him,
That's
but
fine.
I fucking love Michael Cera, man.
I don't have anything against Michael
I'm
Cera.
really disappointed he doesn't have a whole lot of social media.
I mean, I feel like he kind of like the problem with Michael Cera is that he came about in a time where there was so many actors that were similar to him, and they were all doing similar roles, similar like comedic dorky roles. And I think really the only one of them to break away from that was Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, Jesse really was the one that got the big break.
Yeah, because if he hadn't have done, I mean, Zombieland was still a comedy, but if he hadn't done Zombieland and Social Network, you know, you wouldn't see like he was definitely typecast up to that point, and then proved that he could be something different. And Michael Cera never did. You know,
Right.
even though I've never had a problem with him, you know, like what was it? Was he the one in Juno? I think he was.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
No. That was Michael Cera, right?
Yeah.
Michael Cera was in.
Yeah.
Was he the one in this? Was he the one in This Is the End? That was getting
Yes.
top. That was getting top and bottom.
Yes. Right. I'm pretty sure. See, that's the thing. That's
with
the thing. We're talking about him, and we're talking about these movies, and it's like, wait, was it him or was it the other guy who was just like him? You know what I mean? That's the whole thing.
That's what I'm saying. Because he was getting his dick sucked and his butt eaten, which whatever. I don't judge. While drinking a Capri Sun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Did you see Arrested Development?
Oh, dude, I'm actually watching Arrested Development right now.
It's so good.
It is.
The continuation reboot season on Netflix is less good, but the core 4 seasons are really good. All right, we ready to go pick up some animals yet, or
yeah?
do we need more?
Roll. You gotta cancel this. You want to cancel this? Oh, go fuck yourself, motorcycle. Too hot. Too hot for me to shut my windows. You can suck my dick. Stop driving down my road, you fuck face.
Yeah, here. Let's get this one, and then we'll depart.
Yeah, well, we'll actually run this one. How about that?
Yeah, there you go.
3 whites, 1 gold. Got it. Let's go get the shits and let's get on our way.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, guys, if you haven't and if you like martial art movies, watch the show Into the Badlands.
You know, I've been looking for something new to watch. I've heard about it. I've seen some stuff. I was gonna get into it.
I love it.
Yeah. I
love it.
Is it like actually like good though?
Good doesn't describe what it is.
Okay.
If you like martial arts movies like type, like if you like the Man in the Iron Fist and like over the top motherfuckers jumping in the air, landing on a tree limb with 1 foot, that kind of shit, this is it. It's so good.
Okay.
It's so good.
Okay.
But
fair enough.
Could it be compared to Power Rangers? Good.
Oh, don't talk about Power Rangers. I have a Green Rangers belt. I make Daishi references on the regular. All right, let me see. We need chicken, so.
Wait, we're good to leave port, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should go to.
Tri Rock has chickens.
Does it?
Yep.
Okay, well then due south. And away we go.
Alrighty. South we go.
So let's see. That's some life. That's some entertainment. So as far as like technology and science, what do you find you value in the world, or find that you yourself pay attention to, Braden?
So like what do you mean, like what do I pay attention to as far as science and technology go?
Yeah, I mean, like, for example, like, for me, like, I'm really into computers, so I keep up on all of the computer stuff and, like,
Okay.
nerdy specs and, like, what's in the new Apple devices. And even though I'm an Apple fanboy, like, I pay attention to what's in Samsung and all the other products and stuff, and, like,
Yeah.
cameras and tech and things that are moving in that general direction. You know, like, I'm a huge fan of both Steve Jobs, you know, what he did for Apple and the world,
Uh-huh.
but also, like, you know, like,
Up
I've
on
read
the
his
right, prime
biography.
anchor.
Is this the island here?
Yes, it is.
Okay, yeah, get ready to drop that
Ooh.
anchor.
Prime
Yeah.
anchor. I'm going to drop it.
Drop it.
Probably now. Yeah, drop it.
Here, I'll scan it.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah,
So
so
yeah,
stuff like
okay,
that.
back to the question. See, well, like I've said, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in a previous podcast I was in. I'm a huge fan of Elon Musk
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
SpaceX. Like astronomy in general, I absolutely love.
Fantastic.
I would much rather live in outer space than on Earth.
Yeah, I agree with you on that statement for sure.
Does this island have chickens or pigs? What are we looking for here?
We're looking for chickens.
Oh, okay.
I hopped ashore just to see what we're looking like.
All right. But yeah, so for instance, I saw the other day about this, well, more about the space hotel
Oh yeah, we got chickens.
Yeah, bring the crates.
and how it's going to be at first up the ass to you'll have to pay up the ass for like a week long stay at said space hotel.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like 9 million a person or something.
Sure.
Golden chicken, white.
The thing that I read about this week in regards to Elon Musk was that I guess we're just fucking freestyling this podcast. Is that I guess they're building another 2 Hyperloop test tracks, but in like France,
Oh,
that are supposed to be ready by like 2020 or something.
well, you bet your ass he's going to be able to deliver on that. He always does. That's going to be awesome.
We're just grabbing every chicken we see, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Grab every chicken, but keep this stuff in the list, like in the captain's quarters or something.
Yeah, we need whites. We need 3 white chickens and
Or,
1
I
gold.
mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Just grab them, and then we'll just all deposit them. You know, because that's
Yeah.
the Noah's Ark way.
Yeah, then there's also the increase of Model 3 production and how Tesla's been kind of struggling on that end.
Yeah, I heard an interesting rumor that was going around that since Elon is relinquishing CEO control of Tesla as a company, that Apple might swoop in and buy Tesla.
Ooh,
Which,
I don't know how much I like that.
well, you know, may like it or not, but see, the thing that I read about it was that I guess Tesla as a company is not doing so great financially.
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
And Apple's trying to make cars that are obviously going to be electric, and no other company could absorb the amount of funds that are needed to keep that afloat. You know, like Apple, like Apple's almost $1 trillion company. Like, if anybody can buy a really expensive, high profile car line,
it's Apple.
Yeah. And then the other thing that people, I mean, this is just an article. Where are we raising anchor?
Are there still more chickens?
Yeah. Yeah, there's tons of chickens, buddy.
I was not seeing any chickens. I saw one.
It's a tiny island. I've only caught like 3. They spawn in groups of 5, so.
Oh, I just saw this one in the water. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay.
But no, like the article was basically speculating that, you know, if Apple did buy Tesla, um, they would potentially have access to Elon Musk because, you know, as much as I love Apple, you know,
Uh-huh.
and I kind of agree with this statement is that Apple has unfortunately kind of become the new Microsoft in that,
Okay.
with the exception of the Apple Watch, they haven't had a new product, like a new product in a
Right.
very long time.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like this, you know, like the thing about Apple when Steve Jobs was running it, you know, is love him or hate him, you know, he has definitely a legacy of being an asshole and mean, but the fact of what he was able to accomplish in his lifetime
No,
has
that chicken goes down.
affected like everyone's life at this point.
Oh yeah.
You know, from multi-touch screens to the portable music revolution to laptops to computers in general, the mouse, you know, like
Uh-huh.
there's just so many things that have come out of that company. And sure, you know, they continue to make things, you know, better and more powerful, just like any computer company.
Right.
But people were pointing out that if they did buy Tesla and the area they're looking to innovate in is in the car industry, um, you know, they would have access to a true visionary genius, much like, you know, how Steve Jobs was a thing before he
Yeah.
died.
Yeah, Apple buying Tesla could really pull them out of the dark per se.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
yeah. Okay.
So I don't know. It's an interesting thing to consider, and yeah, I think that the island is
Southwest to
fair
Cracked
chicken.
Mast, and then the Shipwreck Bay.
Okay.
The Cracked Mast has chickens and snakes, and then Shipwreck Bay has chickens and pigs.
Yeah. Are you on the ship, Braden?
I'm coming.
Okay.
I'll be coming on the mountain.
We'll hold up
when I
then.
come.
I'm gonna start talking about entertainment on this show because me and
Oh,
Mike
okay.
have a movie
Ooh, I
that
told you
we
guys.
both love, and I didn't expect to love. So last night, me and my lady, we saw A Quiet Place, which
Ooh, okay.
is, you know, a horror movie that is directed by Joe Kolonsky. How do you say his name?
John
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 Kolonsky.
Krasinski.
yeah.
John Krasinski.
From The
Kowalski,
Office.
Krasinski. That dude. that dude
We need to
guy.
go west, south. We need to go west, more west than south.
Okay.
Someone on the. Yep. Okay, we're good.
So first of all, I have to thank my audience that I saw it with. The theater was packed Friday night, like 9:00 showing. Was like
The best way to see it.
Was like, okay, sure. You know, like we were starting the movie and I was like, oh my God, I'm surrounded by a bunch of fucking loud ass talking fucking teenagers. And they're gonna fucking talk and make jokes to this whole fucking movie. But it was like so first of all, if you don't know what The Quiet Place is, The Quiet Place is a PG-13 horror movie that was directed, written, and stars John Krasinski. Is that right? Am I saying it right?
Krasinski.
Krasinski.
Hey, we got a shipwreck off our right side, boys.
Yes,
right here
we
by
do.
ship. But yeah, let's go get that by Shiver's Isle.
Oh yeah, I see it sticking out there. Yeah, go ahead. Turn hard to starboard and get there. So it's this horror movie, and basically, this isn't a spoiler or anything, but basically, like the first 5 minutes of the film starts with a piece of text that says, like 49 days into the attack.
87.
Or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
It's a number. It's a number that's less than 100.
Hey, I need somebody on this anchor with me.
And that's what it says. Yeah, go ahead and
drop
hit.
it.
Go ahead, drop it.
Drop it.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. I'll go and take a look. We could definitely be way the fuck closer to it.
Well, go ahead. You guys can move the ship closer, and I'll just plummet.
Yeah.
What we do, folks. I'm the guy who goes. I'm the expeditionary force.
Yeah. So this movie, maybe it doesn't really ever explain necessarily in the film. Is maybe about a post-America after some kind of alien invasion. Perhaps.
It does if you I mean, it's just the way I watch movies. I look at for everything. In the scene, it doesn't spoil anything. There's a bunch of newspapers and you see terror from the skies.
Okay.
So what happens is it's meteors crash into the earth and they're carrying the creatures.
Okay. Fair enough. I got a creative rarities.
I got sugar.
Nice. So basically what the film is it's it's almost entirely like non-speaking lines in the movie. Because the premise of the film is that these aliens, if they hear loud noises, they come and like just fuck shit up, like
pretty much
terrifyingly. And so the film, and I didn't know this going into it, the film actually has the way it's communicated in the film is almost entirely with ASL, American Sign Language.
I think I mentioned. I did think I mentioned it.
Yeah, but I'm mentioning it. So
there. I could have sworn I did.
You might have said it in text to me, man. I don't think we talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah, not to the podcast because I knew you wanted to watch it. I just said go see it because it's amazing.
Yeah, but I didn't know that also meant that they were going to have subtitles of the ASL in the film, which is fine. Yeah, so like they're doing ASL and it's like there's subtitles up, on what they're signing, which was nice. But it was so funny. Here's how the first, not even talking about movie, just talking about how the audience reacted during the first 15, 20 minutes of the film. So the first 10 minutes was like, dude, shut up. It's a quiet movie. Shut the fuck up, dude. Dude, fucking shut the fuck up. Like, so many people were just like telling their bros and their girls, like, shut up. Like, it's a scary movie. Get off the phone. It's a quiet movie. And then like people would just like kind of quiet down or whatever. And then you'd hear like somebody eating popcorn, like in the back of the theater, like, and then you'd hear from like a couple row, shh. Like, it was so weird. My favorite though was about 15 minutes into the film. These two dudes, they like crossed in front of me or whatever. And they were going up the stairs to some row behind me, and they were carrying a tray of nachos. And you know how like movie theater nachos like comes in that like that very loud crinkly plastic tray. And we just hear like walking crash of this fucking tray, and like a couple of the females in the audience like screamed because it had nothing to do with the movie. Which is, it's the kind of movie, like, there is a soundtrack in the movie, but it's mostly, like, it's almost 90%, like, sound effects. And, like, so any loud sound is, like, constitute to, like, some sort of jump scare or something in the film.
Death.
But it was so fucking funny because, like, this nacho tray, like, falls over. Everybody in the audience kind of realizes what it is. And then they just everybody starts chuckling about it. Like, it was like, wow, this audience is ridiculous.
That's hilarious.
But it was so funny because by about midway through the film, like, people were pretty quiet in the audience. Like, the movie was so good. It, like, drew them into, like, watching the movie. And then by the end of the film, like, I felt like everybody was consciously, like, not moving and breathing slower. Because like the tension is so fucking high.
No, that's 100% what it's like.
Everybody's like it's fucking ridiculous. And on top of that, on top of being a unique movie going experience, like The movie is really fucking good. The story is great. The characters are really cool. I can't say enough good things about the alien creatures themselves. Like, you know, not really a spoiler. I don't classify this as a spoiler, but it's like, it does the good horror movie thing of showing you glimpses of the monster, but you do see the monster in full.
Oh yeah.
Towards the end of the film, and I gotta say, their monster design really fucking good. Really fucking good. Not trying to be spoiler, but if you're thinking in your mind like a cross between Eddie Brock Venom symbiote mixed with Stranger Things Demogorgon
Mixed with Cloverfield monster.
Mixed. No.
But by the little one, by the way it walks, because it's on like all fours, kind of. You know, like it's spindly on all fours. So it looked like to me.
I didn't think about that. Fun fact: the movie actually was pitched as a Cloverfield movie.
Was it?
Yeah, at least according to Wikipedia. Which direction are we going? Where are we going?
180.
West.
180 is okay. We're going west. Okay. But yeah, the movie was really fucking good.
Yeah, and I'm excited to go and see it. I have yet to.
You should. It is
yeah, like I picked a great movie to go to without Bella for the first time because it wasn't loud. There was no like real loudness. You know, nothing that sets me off. It was a very, very good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah. In terms of movies that I think are kind of, because like I was thinking about it like all last night. Like I can't think of anything that's particularly like the same. It's probably closest in like tone of movie to like M. Night Shyamalan's Signs.
Yeah.
But there's really nothing movie wise that's like it. Like I was trying to think, and I was like, the closest thing I could think of is actually on the PlayStation, The Last of Us was actually the closest thing. Like because The Last of Us have monsters that are all based on sound, and so it's like, yeah, there's nothing really quite like it.
Yeah, when other people were telling me about A Quiet Place, I just instantly thought of The Last of Us and the clickers.
Yeah, that was the other thing I was going to say. Like, combine all those monsters that I said, you know, Alien, Demogorgon, and all that sort of stuff. But, like, definitely add some of the clickers from The Last of Us. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's... Yeah, it's just such an interesting ride. And the other thing that's about it, like, the fact that it was so good, and it was a PG-13 horror movie, and the movie's only an hour and a half long, which is...
What?
Yeah, it's not a long movie at all.
We're going to sloop to our front right side.
Okay.
Yeah. Right past these rocks.
Yeah, I see it as well. Like, it was just so...
There it is, right there.
It was just so surprising.
Turn us in to the island. The island's right here.
Oh, is this the island?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to crank the wheel there, Braden?
I'm on it. Capital.
I'll just do a hard turn.
Yeah, one of us stay. Watch out for that sloop.
All right, I'll watch out for the sloop.
We gotta get back on the wheel. We gotta go in closer. Yeah, it's like. I mean,
yeah,
it's not easy to say it's the best movie I've seen all year, but it's the best movie I've seen all year.
It's the best movie I've seen all year. That's for sure. Well, actually, that's not. I can't say that because I really liked Ready Player One.
Okay, drop anchor. We're gonna hit these rocks.
Got it. We'll be all right.
Woo!
Nice parking job. All right. Grab some chickens. Let's go. Keep an eye out on that sloop. They might want to come and attack us.
All right, I'm out.
But being the best movie I've seen all year isn't hard, considering it was the only movie I've seen this year.
Ooh. There you go. Yeah. Well, let's see. Did I see anything else this year besides Ready Player One? Oh no, I saw Black Panther.
I have yet to see Black Panther.
I,
There's snake.
I feel
There's
like I'm
snakes
an
too.
outsider on the Black Panther because like I'm a huge Marvel movie person, like for sure, like big Marvel fan through and through.
Oh yeah.
And everybody hailing Black Panther like it's like the second coming of Christ.
Yeah, I definitely think it was overhyped. I
And
feel like it is.
I mean, have you seen it?
No, I
Okay,
haven't.
so
But
you don't know. I
there's
mean,
a snake and a explosive barrel. So, Brady, if
okay,
you want to grab that explosive barrel, it's right around the corner.
isn't Braden watching the ship?
yeah,
No,
I'm watching the ship. I'm watching. I'm keeping
Yeah.
eyes on it.
Okay,
I'm not on the ship,
I'll get the.
but I'm watching the sloop.
Oh, I see.
An exploding barrel would do very much damage to that sloop, and I want to do that if they want to attack us.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Black Panther was pretty good. I think it had some problems personally, but it definitely wasn't as like an immaculate child as the world would have you believe. Especially considering it's now the third highest grossing film of all time, which is that's pretty insane, actually. It's pretty darn insane.
I mean, and then we got what? Solo. We got Infinity War coming up.
Yeah, it's so soon. I can't.
And then we got Solo.
I can't get a dick hard enough for Infinity War. Like, I'm just saying, man. Like, it's gonna be big, fellas.
Oh yeah.
Like, I honestly think, especially now that Black Panther, only came out a couple months ago, and it's the third highest grossing film of all time, which means so many people in like the friggin' country saw it. Like, I can't even imagine how big Infinity War is going to be. Because A, it has Black Panther. B, it fucking has everybody else. Like, you have to think about it. Like, this movie is going to draw in people who are fans of the Hulk, fans of the Guardians of the Galaxy, fans of Captain America, fans of Spider-Man, fans of Doctor Strange, fans of Ant-Man, fans of Iron Man, like all of the mutual fandoms,
Yeah. Yep. They're all gonna be there.
Like it's one thing in Avengers like 1 and 2 where it's like, oh, it's got 4 of the people you love plus some extras. Like that's really awesome. But this has everybody else. And Guardians has historically been really successful in the box office, and you've got everybody. I think it's already tracking for opening day sales to be like in the 300 million range, which is probably an all-time record. So if that's what it's tracking as, and this has all of the third highest selling movie of all time Wakandian fans come as well, like that's it's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Extremely nuts. Are there still chickens on the island?
We need one more. Oh, hold on. What do we need? We need 3 white feathered chickens, and I know there's snakes definitely on this island. I just saw a shit ton of them. So,
but have you seen chickens?
So while we're on the topic of Infinity War,
yes,
I'd like to hear your guys' predictions on who is gonna die, which Avenger.
So, I know so much about the production and the comic book lines and stuff. I think if they're smart, the person who will die, like for sure, will be Tony Stark. And I think that for a couple of reasons. One, I think that now that Peter Parker is set up, and now that because the other thing about Black Panther is it also shows that Wakanda has a level of technology that's beyond what even Iron Man possesses.
Oh.
So if Tony dies, Wakanda can pick up the slack in the high-tech department. Like, for sure. And then anything else can be picked up by Peter Parker.
Right.
And even forgetting that, people forget that, Bruce Banner is really fucking smart, too. So
I mean, it's not like he discovered gamma radiation or anything. Nothing big.
exactly. Well,
But
and further to add to the point of smart people that could pick up the slack should Tony die. Oh, I got a gold chicken. Go here,
Sorry?
bitch. Gold chicken, yeah. We also forget that Hank Pym, old man Hank Pym, is in the Ant-Man films, and he's a super genius as well. And
Also, don't sleep on Shari.
well, that's why I said Wakanda could pick up the slack.
Well, yeah. I mean, she could make a suit. Just take the technology and freak it out.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things they could do.
Did you see Black Panther, Mike? I feel like we've had this conversation.
Yes, I did. Remember I said Killmonger's my favorite villain?
Yeah, because he's a great villain. Very fantastic villain.
Yeah.
So like in terms of like if they just off Downey and gave him a magnificent exit and rallying cry of the rest of the Avengers so that they could kill Thanos, like that would it would be really emotional for like everybody else who doesn't know anything about like the fact that Downey's time is over. And, he's fucking, what is he, 54, 55 now? Something like that?
Yeah.
He's not a young buck no more.
No, for sure. Like, it's definitely a thing. So I think he has to die. As to whether or not
chickens over here.
Like, and I don't know if you know this, Braden, but Avengers 3 and 4 were filmed back to back. So, he doesn't have to die in Infinity War. He can die in the next one. But what I think would be smart, because it applies a comic book storyline, is Tony Stark dies. But Tony Stark in the comics, when he died, at least one of the times, he had basically like a backup of his brain.
Yeah, that's right.
Sitting on a hard drive somewhere. And there's this crazy storyline where he had like a clone of his body and a backup of his memories. And they like shoved it into a clone body that he'd made of his. And it like wouldn't like activate or whatever. So Cap put a shield over Tony Stark's heart / arc reactor of his clone body that he'd made. And then Thor brought the thunder down to jumpstart his heart and like revived his clone backup self, I guess. And that was really cool. And they also used that time in the comic book to change the way that Tony Stark was drawn. To actually, in the comic book, they changed it so that he was drawn more closely to Robert Downey, as opposed to how he'd been for the last fucking 50 years or whatever.
Right on, yeah.
So if they killed him, they could bring him back with a different actor.
Right.
And I think, I mean, first of all, I don't know who the fuck you'd get to fulfill the shoes of Downey. Like, I have no idea. Like, there's no actor whatsoever that comes to mind that could do that. You know what I mean? But if they did, it would be an acceptable way to do it because it's already pre-established within comic book canon. And B, it'd be a way of bringing in a new character to replace him and not making a big deal out of it. Because, like, we forget that Don Cheadle replaced... what was it? Cuba Gooding Jr. in... was it Cuba Gooding Jr.? I forget his name. No, Terrence Howard. My bad. We forget that Don Cheadle replaced Terrence Howard from Iron Man 1 to Iron Man 2.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
So you're telling me that Tony Stark re-sleeved?
Yes, I'm telling you, he re-sleeved in the comics, my friend.
All right, sleeps on the move.
The biggest...
Let's go.
The hilarious part of the comic book storyline of that was his backup was in the comics version of Civil War. So, like, none of these big, huge events had happened. And he, like... Because he had gone from being dickish Tony Stark to being, like, director of S.H.I.E.L.D. and, like, this good, benevolent guy who's trying to right his wrongs. And he, like, reverted back to dick Tony Stark, basically. So, they could totally do that. Like, they could totally revert him back to, like, Iron Man 3 or Iron Man 2 version of Tony Stark with a different actor.
Yeah.
I think
That
yeah.
There are so many different ways they could go with this. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think that'd be the smartest thing. The other person I think is going to die is going to be Captain America.
See, I was thinking that too.
We need a heading, by the way.
Northwest.
Okay.
Northwest? Okay. See, I would think Captain America too, because in the comics, Bucky fulfills that role, but also Cap dies in Civil War.
No.
In the comics, part 2 of Civil War.
Oh, you mean the new Civil War? Like the more recent one, Civil War 2?
Yeah, that might be it. What?
Did we just go underwater?
Yeah.
Did we all see that? We all saw that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
We just did a little Flying Dutchman there. That's okay. That was not freaky at all.
It should be straight ahead to our left-hand side. Right there. Straight ahead, steady as she goes.
All right, Sloop is in between those pointy rocks.
Are we going for the soup? What are we doing?
No, we're going for the island, but they're at the island, so.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there it is. All we need is one white chicken, so. You boys want to just keep the ship afloat, I'll boogie and grab the.
Okay, I can't see, so somebody's got to drop anchor.
Drop. Let's just turn it right. Okay, I'll drop anchor now. Drop it. I'll swim. I don't give a shit. One white chicken. Keep an eye out, and I'll grab the chicken.
Aye.
Sucks I can't shoot myself out the cannon holding this chicken coop, but I'll make do.
So yeah, I mean, comic book wise, it makes a lot of sense for Captain America because he's died a lot, but also because Bucky's been Captain America and also Falcon's been Captain America.
Yeah, I heard something about Falcon being Captain America. That'd be different.
And honestly, I would be down as fuck for a Falcon Winter Soldier movie. Like, I love their buddy cop dynamic in Civil War. Like, I am so ready for them to just be like this. I fucking hate you. You're a terrible person. Let's fuck some shit up. Like, that sounds awesome to me,
Yeah.
Definitely got some pigs here on this island. A lot of pigs. Pigs.
Plus, the other thing is, I think Anthony Mackie and the guy who plays Bucky, I think they're a bit younger than Chris Evans at this point. And Chris Evans' contract is up after these two Avengers films, just like Downey's. And B, once upon a time, a couple years ago, he said he'd be foolish to not be Captain America anymore. More recently, in his press tours, he said he's definitely done after these films.
Yeah.
Because he said for a while now he wants to focus on directing. So I think from a people who have actually said they're out standpoint, it would be logical for Cap to they could do it two ways, really. I mean, they could actually like kill him, or he could just run off with Sharon Carter and go to like a cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
And they could just
also
they have their heroes
plausible.
rest, you know what I mean?
He can finally retire. He's getting too old for this shit.
Yeah.
But see, then that's another thing we got to look into is Cap's psyche itself. Like his one problem is that he can't live without war.
Maybe. Maybe not. I understand your argument.
I think that's one of the main reasons that was, in a sense, stopping him from picking up Thor's hammer.
Straight north, boys. Straight north. Let's go.
To be fair, he didn't actually fully try to. If you rewatch that scene from Avengers Age of Ultron, it's he starts to a little bit,
yeah, you can see it move, and Thor's like, "What the hell?"
Right.
North we go. North we go. Ho ho. North we go. There's rocks. There's rocks in front of us. There's rocks.
Yeah, I see him. So I think that would be a logical one to retire in the MCU and or kill. There's another
I
really
agree.
weird theory going around right now because I guess in the most recent trailer, people like scoped in and like his eyes are like fucking yellow for some shit reason when he's like when Thanos is like crushing him.
That he has the soul stone inside of him.
Yeah, that he somehow has the Soul Stone. I'm
Wait,
not a
who?
fan of that. I think that's some horse shit.
Cap?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't
Hamdall has it.
that doesn't make no sense to me.
Hamdall has it.
Yeah, that makes more sense to me than anything, really, actually. I mean, it doesn't actually make sense for the Soul Stone because the Soul Stone actually doesn't exist in the normal reality. It exists like in its own fucking dimension or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. Are we going north or northwest?
North.
Okay, I need
Straight.
sails adjusted then.
Yeah, just straight north. Oh,
Okay.
you gotta watch it. It's a problem with Shipwreck Bay because there's shipwrecks all over it because there's rocks right there to our right.
Yeah.
You know, we gotta go
Eh.
far wide and then go north.
Another possibility that I think would be that they are gonna off the Hulk, but then again, there's not a lot of stuff leaning towards that because where's Hawkeye?
Well, we know Hawkeye's in the film, but the
Right,
reason
right,
it
no,
hasn't
he's
been revealed is because he's doing something cool in secret.
right,
Yeah,
and
he's doing the movie Tag. Everybody knows that.
That movie looks so good, by the way. I fucking
It
want to
does.
see it.
yeah,
It-
man, like
Is that the same shipwreck to the right that we've been to before?
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
Is its ass sticking out of the water?
no,
Yeah,
its front is.
Its front is.
You
You just want to take it back? You want me to go check it, and I'll just catch I'll launch myself with a cannon, and I'll just.
I mean, you can, I suppose. I'll veer us a little bit towards it. I think from people dying perspective, I think the most obvious one is probably Vision.
Yeah.
But there's a
he's gonna
couple.
get the stone ripped out of his fucking head. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a couple of things going against it. Like in one of the trailers, it was already shown that he was like walking in Avengers headquarters, like limping, like alive without the stone in his head. Because even though he said in Age of Ultron that thing powers himself or whatever, we don't know, but in terms of like actors, like Paul Bettany ain't no spring chicken either. Like he's definitely one of the older ones, probably up there with Robert. So like as much as I want my Scarlet Witch and Vision movie where they're playing,
House.
playing House, because that was an awesome comic book that I read, by the way. I think it makes most sense for him to die so that Scarlet Witch can unleash her true power, because even though she's underpowered in the MCU, in the comics, she's, reshaped the universe once or twice.
Hold on.
Just because she had a mad day.
It? Is that the idea?
I guess I can't really see it.
I didn't think we were. I thought I was just going to canon myself to it to see if it was the same one. You guys keep going north to the.
I don't know.
Thing, but yeah, whatever.
So yeah, I think it makes sense for Vision to be killed by Thanos so that Scarlet Witch can go apeshit on Thanos.
Maybe that's how. Oh, that would be fun to see. Like, of all people, because Scarlet Witch, there hasn't really been, as far as the MCU goes, not a lot of background done on her.
Well, and there's never going to be a lot of background done on her because she's technically a mutant, but in the MCU version, they're calling her an enhanced individual created by Hydra. Because in the comics, Magneto's her daddy.
Turn Quicksilver.
So, yeah, you gonna fire yourself over there? What's the deal?
I did.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it the same one?
The Marauder's Revenge. Is that what the one was called?
I was not paying attention.
I'm giving it a check. I'm just giving it once over. So just hold tight.
You want to plot us a route to a new island there, Braden?
Yep.
It's north, by the way. Just to let you guys know.
Shipwreck Bay is straight ahead of us. What island are we supposed to be going to?
Daggertooth Outpost.
Oh, okay, yeah, we need to
it's in the
flip our
thing, yeah.
180.
Oh, I got a chest.
Oh, give me a direction though. Don't.
North.
I got a crate of exotic silks.
Oh, you
silks
are?
coming up.
Oh, okay. Well, we're swinging around anyway.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm on
So
my
I'll
way,
just
I'm
swing
on-
around closer, and then Braden get on that anchor, I guess.
Alrighty.
I'll raise one of my sails so I can turn tighter.
I'm a lunatic. I love going underwater.
So yeah, I mean, and people dying, like, I mean, I think killing Bruce Banner makes sense, especially since Marvel can't use him in a film with his own title because of the weird rights of Universal that aren't going to expire anytime soon. And the other thing is he's also an older actor as well, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Him and Tony,
that's definitely a thing to consider, you know, is that actors can't play the same role forever.
Unfortunately.
I mean, they can try, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like,
There definitely just comes a point in time where they gotta either hand over the role or retire that as in die.
Well, and here's the thing too. So, people have already seen one of two things.
Oh, I missed. Fuck. Hit
What?
the anchor.
Hit the anchor.
Hold on.
I'm coming now. I missed the ladder.
See
Yeah.
that?
It's best to hold X instead of try to tap it and hit the right one. Where are you at so we can look for sharks?
I'm going.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I heading now. We gotta go.
Was that all that was in there?
Straight ahead. Yes, that was it.
Okay.
Daggertooth is literally straight ahead north. I'm on with it. See, I think Loki's gonna die.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if we're talking about, you know, non-heroes, Loki's gotta die. No, for real, dog. Like,
Oh,
I know
fix that.
so many.
Ship, but
Oh shit! I thought I had it cocked right. My bad. We might hit the ship.
we're definitely gonna hit the ship.
We've got two sails. We got low speed,
we're not
so
gonna hit
no,
the
we're
ship.
okay.
We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
No, Loki needs to die. Like, no, he needs to straight up get killed by Thanos. Like, first 5 minutes.
No. Straight. Northeast. Keep this heading.
Okay. So no, I think he has to die, not because he's, you know, because he's one of the younger actors actually, but like he needs to die because he just does. He just needs to.
He got the Shatara eye from Thanos and he failed, and then he turned on Thanos. You don't think Thanos is going to kill him? Come on now, let's be honest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like Thanos don't fuck around. That's the thing.
No.
You know, and that's the other thing too. You know, the directors have said, yeah, you're gonna know why Thanos is so bad within the first 10 minutes of the film.
Oh yeah. I'm really excited to see everybody's reaction to Thanos. Like,
we need to do an anchor turn. This is the wrong side of the island.
Yep. Let me know.
Anchor turn now.
Dropping.
But yeah, as far as Thanos goes, I'm excited to see his story, you know? I don't know a whole lot about him. I know why he's doing what he's doing, and it's with good intention, like the way he looks at it, you know.
Do you know the new version or the original version of why he's doing what he's doing?
I'm going to assume the new version.
Yeah. Because the original version is that he's in love with Mistress Death.
Okay, yeah, I know about that too.
Yeah, and then the new version is that he's the last of his race on Titan when his planet got wiped the fuck out, and he's just I guess he's kind of got a Bruce Wayne axe to grind, but in a planet-wide version.
Half the universe needs to die, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I mean, yeah, I agree. But probably not for the same reason.
Tim, go right, go right, go right. We're gonna hit the dock.
Yeah, I know.
All right, I'm gonna lift a sail.
I'm trying to get the bow over so we can just get off easy. Get ready to pull that anchor.
On it.
Probably pull it, I think.
I'm dropping it now. Yeah. Close. Nah,
Not close enough.
not close enough, but it's fine.
That's just sad.
I just want to pull anchor just to drift forward a little bit.
I do want to pull anchor just to drift forward a little bit.
That's fine.
Alrighty, let's pull anchor just to
Raise the
drift forward a little bit.
sails.
We're fancy pirates.
I mean, we might have. I forgot to equip my sail
Oh,
because I've got my sail now. It's real sad. So yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. I think other people who could possibly bite the dust is a bunch of secondary characters. Like Nick Fury,
yeah. How is he not dead?
Wong from Doctor Strange might die as well. Even though I'm a real big fan of that actor.
Drop it.
Dropping.
So we're gonna hit. It might be never mind. I forgot how long the post is.
Whew.
Beautiful.
Look at that ranking over there. That's so good. All right, drop all the shit off.
Grabbing chickens, grabbing everything.
Let's see who else might bite the dust. You might see Pepper Potts die.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Then even more reason for Tony to die.
Yeah,
I suppose.
to go full everything he's got. Happy could die as well.
You might see Doctor Strange go, because I mean, in that scene where he was getting tortured by one of the members of the Black Legion, he didn't look happy.
Nah,
he's fine. I don't
fine.
think he will either.
He's fine. He's fine.
He's good. Yeah, I agree, but I was just throwing out, what have yous and whatnot.
No, too many people like Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange and as an actor. Yeah, no, I love him as Doctor Strange. He's also kind of perfect for the role. Anybody who's watched like the backstory and he actually like went to the Tibetan monks as a kid, like for real? Like, okay, yeah, no, you're Doctor Strange, all right.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not a neurosurgeon doctor, but you know what I mean. Let's see who else could die.
I don't think there's really any more like overly plausible Avengers that could die.
Sure.
I think we went over them all.
Well, actually, no. Thor could die.
Okay, please elaborate.
So Thor could die for a couple reasons. One, his contract is also up. Two,
you're gonna hear that a lot.
Thor, Iron Man, and Cap, and Hulk all get killed by Thanos in the very original Infinity War.
Oh yeah, and then that just brings on a whole new set of Avengers.
Yeah. And they said that the lineup of whatever the fifth Avengers film will be after the fourth one will be very different. But there's another thing to also consider that could completely fuck with everything as well, is people have set shots of the Avengers, including Spider-Man, back at the Battle of New York from the first Avengers, like in the same costumes, but like Spider-Man's there and shit, along with Scarlet Witch. So there's a theory that maybe they, being the younger Avengers, take the fucking time stone after shit goes to fuck. And they go all the way back to the first Avengers.
Ooh.
Try to fix it?
Yeah. That never crossed my mind at all.
Yeah, see, because the thing people have to understand going into Infinity War is that these stones have the power to just fuck any story on its end.
Yeah.
There's a time stone. There's a reality stone. There's a soul stone. So you could even see like a soul transfer from another like actor. Like You know, like was it the Power Stone can destroy a planet? You know, like they're not fucking around. You know what I mean? Like this
Yeah.
is not like, oh, it's the one ring from Mordor. No, it's like the 10 fucking rings from Mordor. You know, like it's the fucking, it's like the Star Killer base that's got like a little handful of Death Stars on its hand. You know, like it's the trying to think of other giant, ridiculously OP things.
It's a kaiju from
Yeah, there you go. It's the Wombo Combo Kaiju from,
Pacific Rim.
you know, Pacific
Yeah.
Rim, or you know, any of these things. It's the fucking it's what was the Megazord called when the Megazord formed with the Dragonzord, the Ultrazord?
the Ultra Megazord.
Yeah, the Ultra Megazord. Let's throw some fucking names at it.
I think it's like the Ultra. I think it's like the Mega Dragon Zord.
The
Something
Mega
like that.
Ultra Magnus Terminus Super
That sounds like
Megazord.
some Dragon Ball Z BS now.
Hey guys, you want to do that skull fort?
There's a call for it?
Oh yeah,
Oh boy.
straight behind us.
Yeah, there is.
Mm.
I kind of want to wrap up the show though, because I'm melting under
But
this shit, and I want to
Alright.
pay attention to the skull fort, to be honest.
you want me to bring up the real quick Sea of Thieves shit?
Oh yeah, bring up the Sea of Thieves stuff before
Yeah,
we
because I
tag
haven't
out.
read the patch, the roadmap yet.
Oh
I'm
boy, well
excited.
then I got it for you.
I'm excited.
Let's do
Lay
it.
it on me.
All right, hold on, let me go get it real quick. I have it saved. I just have to go.
Oh, there's still fucking chicken here.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure
There's
if we were selling it.
Okay,
We're
here's the roadmap.
We're selling all
The
the
general
things.
The general ideas for these are to broaden the journey to pirate legend and beyond. They're introducing unexpected content, which is a better way to announce, and they're trying to find a better way to announce content than with patch notes.
Mm-hmm.
New ways to play, goals, and new rewards. Encourage different ways to play. Changing the world by weekly events. And here's the best thing: take notes, developers. No extra cost for updates.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love you, Rare.
Get better. Hold on 1 second. Hold on to your nuts. You might want to you might have the hardest of hard-ons after this one. The first update, May 18th, on May 2018. It's called The Hungering Deep.
Mm-hmm.
It has a new AI threat, in parentheses, probably merfolk.
It's definitely the merfolk. Zombie merfolk.
New ways to encourage crews to work together, i.e., instead of attacking each other at bases, you will need to work together.
I just got bit by our snake. Do we want to keep the snake on board for the treasure of the?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
New items and rewards. New ways for players to communicate, probably with a speaking trumpet. Teasing before and after, and enriching the world and enriches the world and it stays permanently in the world. So what shows up does not go away. Talking about weekly events here. It's between every big update, there will be weekly events. It's to tease, introduce, and showcase new content. Hidden treasure event was the example.
Mm-hmm.
That there's a hidden treasure in the world that you have to find.
Mm-hmm.
Giving reasons to explore the world, i.e., e.g., underwater caves, which we have all seen.
Yep.
Yes, I know where the one is.
Yep.
I found it. I know where it is on the map.
I know exactly.
Offering faster ways to progress in the Merchant Alliance.
Thank God.
Right?
You mean besides what we're doing right now? Oh.
Yes. Well, they're fixing that. Custom and timed rewards that will be exclusive. So if you don't get in and do it, they're gone forever. Something else they're working on: cursed cannonballs.
Oh, so cool.
I don't need to read what that is, but you can pretty much put together cursed cannonball. Yeah. There's going to be something called skeleton thrones.
Oh, they explained what that was, though.
Yeah, thrones in places that are hard to reach that are protected by skeletons, and when you reach them and sit down on them, you get a reward.
Yeah, those are going to be the exploration rewards for like finding things like those underwater caves, or like probably things like, you know, like say this giant peak in front of us here right now, like cannonballing up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like going to those hard. Yeah.
The next update is called Cursed Sales, coming the summer of 2018. It will feature another new threat, different from the one in the Hungering Deep, and it is quote unquote unexpected. So it's probably going to be another Kraken-esque encounter, probably a big shark, my guess, or a sea serpent.
I'm calling it right now and not being completely serious about it at all either. UFO attacks.
Well, hold on. There's more. A new ship type for crews of different sizes.
Yes.
Probably the 6-man man of war and a 3-man sloop type. And the new rewards like cosmetics. Okay. There's more. Forsaken Shores. Also in summer of 2018. A new area. A different new AI threat. And quote unquote, the thought of this is fantastical theme. So think like airship. Like powered by a balloon as opposed to a sail. That's what I'm thinking. And the more updates in fall and winter of 2018 are 3 new updates.
Wow.
Take note, developers. Bungie, I'm looking at you, but I'm not really looking at you because Bungie has theirs coming out in May.
It better be fucking good. It's soon.
It better be fucking good. Yeah, it is real soon. Called Warmine, and they're doing a. We should probably turn this boat around.
Yeah, hang on. Can you just want to help me with the snake? So I put the snake in the captain's quarters, and I had a brilliant idea. If we have all these crates, I'm putting them on the golden snake, so we'll put our treasure around the snake.
Yeah.
But we put the chicken crates all around it, so then you can't see.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I know. I'm evil.
Yeah, so they get gangbanged. I like it.
Yeah, and if we could pick up a second snake, like before we get to the raid, that would be pretty great as well.
Sounds fantastical.
So yeah, all of those updates sound super, super great. Did they say when the animal DLC is coming though?
Probably in the May update or before.
Yeah, because they said it got pushed back a little, right? Because they were working on some other stuff that the fans voted for, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
right,
what's the first of those things that's hitting?
The Hungering Deep.
Okay, and that's next month.
May. Yes, sir.
Did they say when May, late May, mid May?
They didn't give a date, but they said in May. So I'm probably thinking it will be. My luck is going to be right around May 8th.
May 7th.
So it'll be May 7th. Yeah. What are you going to do, Buster? What are you going to do? I'm going to play CC. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah. Well, they've been doing their maintenance on what? Wednesdays or Tuesdays, depending on on the load. So it might be like May 9th or 10th or something.
Let's spin this bitch around. Let's go, boy.
Okay. Is there anything super pressing that we wanted to talk about on the show?
No.
Wait, you say super depressing or super
no,
impressing?
super pressing, like urgent.
Pressing. Okay.
Like let's talk about it, bitches. That's what I was going for.
Hold on.
Because the only other thing that I wanted to talk about was I watched the pilot for Lost in Space on Netflix.
Oh, I have not yet.
Which we've been talking about for like fucking weeks now.
Yeah. Was it good? Oh, we're hit.
We are stuck on this pole.
Are we?
Oh, no, we're not.
There we go.
I mean, our sails aren't up, so we're just rotating.
All right.
We do need to unrotate so our ass end doesn't smash it. So I watched the pilot for Lost in Space, which I've been talking about. I feel like it dropped earlier. Like I feel like it wasn't supposed to drop on the 13th. I thought it was supposed to drop on the 16th, but I guess I'm wrong or whatever.
Straight ahead, Tim.
Yeah, I'm straightening it out. Yeah, like so.
Was it good?
So first of all, I'll tell you how I watched this. After I saw A Quiet Place, and girlfriend left, and I was like, I was super tired from the long work day, and and I had a few drinks. So I watched like the first 10, 15 minutes of it, and I thought it was like and then so I don't have like a good idea of that particular time. But then I watched the rest of it before we recorded this show. So the first 30 minutes, I was like, okay, production quality really good, actors good, cool. I'm not like hooked yet. Is a little bit slow in the start, I guess, but it's a pilot, so I'll leave it alone. It's a Netflix show, that's fine. You're allowed to do slow burns. And then it like really kicked off. And then there was a point about 10 minutes before the end where I was crying because it was beautiful and awesome, and I loved it. And it has the fucking coolest motherfucking robot I've ever seen. Just saying, the robot is hella fucking cool in this show. And then it had a nice, awesome little plot twist there at the end of the first episode. And I was like, and then the original like theme of Lost in Space kicked on, which was done by John Williams, but done in like a new orchestral style kicked on. And then I was just like, bravo, you sons of bitches did it. Another really weird thing, and I texted Mike about this, like the mom had this line in the show, which felt really weird to me because like it's a line that my dad like told me like all my life as like fatherly advice shit. The mom had this line in the show that was there's a solution to every problem. And that's something that like my dad beat on a drum like to me like my whole life. To which for myself, because that never really made sense to me, I expanded that into a much more well thought out line, which is there's a solution to every problem. The difference is between those who can find it and those who are too weak to seek it, is kind of my expansion on that golden rule of fatherly advice, I suppose. But either way, it freaked me out because she like said it, and I was like looking around, like, how did they know? Like what? Like what the fuck? Like what is going on here? So that made me feel strangely connected to the show, I suppose.
That's awesome.
But other than that, I'm real excited to watch the next 8 episodes, or 9 episodes. I guess it's a 10 episode set first season on Netflix.
Nice, dude.
So yeah, it's gorgeous. It's super Lost in Space, like as the title obviously is.
Lost in Space-esque.
I think it has a little bit different vibe than how we were speculating for weeks now on the trailers. Like it's rated PG, like it says it in the top corner when you start playing. It's definitely a dark ass PG. Like they say like son of a bitch, and there's like a bunch of blood and stuff.
We got a sloop straight ahead of us. Be careful.
Well, fuck him.
We can bomb him out then.
So it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. There's like, I think the tone is a little more dangerous and a little more lost, but it's also a little more family dramatic than I think I expected it was going to be. Okay. So I don't know. It's interesting. I'll probably have more to say next week. So I guess for now, I guess that's the end of this week's show.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool.
Tim, did you check your text message?
What the fuck did my text message say?
I'm gonna read it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it on Xbox Live, man.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a snake. I forgot.
Oh yeah, do not go in the captain's quarters. Death awaits you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm your host as always, author, podcaster, gamer, Tim K. Trotter. Signing off for the week. You can find all of my stuff at www.dynamicworksproductions.com, including my book, The Citadel Arrival, which is available through there, available on Amazon Kindle and iTunes iBookstore for only $2.99. Buy a book, support this show. Also head over to cause-bond.com, who's the sponsor of the show, and would also help me out because I'm also selling it as well. The instant costume adhesive that has 100-pound tensile pull strength. It's super cool and adheres to almost everything under the sun. It's really rad. So check that out as well. Once again, that's at www.cause-bond.com. There's an ad for it at the front of the show, so just saying. So check that out as well. You can, of course, find my cohorts show, the RNG Cast, over at what the fuck is your Twitter handle for that?
At the RNG Cast on Twitter. You can find us wherever you choose to find your podcasting, your podcast needs. I am Buster Knuckle, the leader of the RNG Revolution, and the Discord Duke of the Fork fam. Wishing you nothing but Red Bull wishes and pre-workout dreams.
This is the part where you sign off, Braden.
Go, Braden.
Oh, Jesus, sorry. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, this is Braden. Thank you for having me again, Tim, Mike. Always a pleasure.
The pleasure's ours, sir.
All right, and we out.
Shazam!
Oh yeah, and that. Oh yeah, get forked. Yeah. Somebody else take the ship. I gotta go do a thing, and then somebody else will start an Xbox Live party.
Alrighty, I'm on the ship.
I will return as soon as I can, and hopefully I don't fucking bounce out because of this fucking things.
Yeah, dancing. That'll keep you in.
Maybe. We'll see.
Do you want to take us to the right a little bit?
I'll catch you on party chat in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to a Dynamic Works production podcast. You can find our podcast at www.dynamicworksproductions.com. Feel free to email us at dynamicworks@mac.com.
This is Dominic Armato, the voice of Guybrush Threepwood, and you're listening to a Dynamic Works production podcast.
The Citadel, Arrival, is the first installment in a series of epic science fiction short stories reminiscent of the Pulp Fiction style. It's a fast-paced story that will take you through twists and turns that you will not expect, until they are thrust upon you with all the force, excitement, and chaos of a plasma cannon blast. The story follows Katarl, a nobody cog in the working wheels of a futuristic society run completely by Megacorp, a corporation that carefully runs and manages the lives of the people living under its sphere of power. On one of Katarl's few and far between days off from work, an outing he had hoped would be fun and relaxing turns into an explosive adventure that drags him kicking and screaming into situations and challenges that will make him question every aspect of his life. Watch this colorful tapestry unfurl as Katarl and his newfound allies find their way through this classic, yet oddly surprising tale of good and evil, where nothing is quite what it appears to be. That's The Citadel, Arrival by author Tim K. Trotter, available right now on Amazon Kindle Store and iTunes iBookstore for only $2.99. Okay, let's try that.
Hello.
Okay, let me raise my volume here. Okay, speak.
I am speaking.
Okay, there you go.
Is it working now?
Let's see here. Okay. Okay. You in a lobby?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Let's see, where are you? Oh, there we go. That works too. So you seem quieter this week.
Me? Oh, I'm actually just eating right now. I finally got the motivation to go find some food.
I can understand that. Sweet.
So how you been, man?
Oh, I've been fucking awful.
Oh boy. Really now?
Shit is just continuing to suck major dick.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, that's okay. It's Saturday. Things are looking up.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. So Mike is on his way. Let's see. When did
Slacker.
He sent that 16 minutes ago. That's fine. He was getting a thing for his dog, and he told me to just go ahead and start, and he'd join midstream anyway. So yeah. Let me just text him. So what you eating?
I just made some tamales really quick.
There you go.
Oh yeah. It's about that time I go grocery shopping again.
Fair enough. Do you see the updates that are coming for Sea of Thieves?
I heard something about them. I know they finally nerfed the blunderbuss. I was happy about that.
Oh, that was this week. I'm talking about the ones coming.
No,
like,
I
down the pipe.
haven't checked out the roadmap yet.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
heard
Mike
they-
is going to talk enthusiastically about it.
Okay.
When we hit games, so that will not be a problem.
Cool.
Why is it so hot today? What is going on? Like I want to run my air conditioner, but it'll be loud, and so I'm sitting in this room with no air blowing, and I'm just gonna sweat it out like I do for podcasting.
How hot is it?
Aren't we in the same state?
Yeah, Washington, right?
Yeah, isn't it like 52 degrees for you?
It's 63 right now.
Well, that's considerably hotter than where I am. So
Really?
62 is higher than 51. So yeah, like that's math. Or adding or something. I don't know. I'm not the numbers guy. Exactly. So yeah, I guess we're gonna start. We're gonna go ahead and fire it up, and he's gonna join mid talking, probably abruptly. And we're gonna start with a topic that will be near and dear to your heart, Braden.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Food is digested, or at least in
Yes.
you to digest.
Yep, we're good to go.
Okay, fantastic. Here we go. Cut